Each year, almost 120,000 mint juleps are served at Churchill Downs on the Kentucky Derby weekend. The quintessential drink is comprised of bourbon, simple syrup, and mint. It's no secret that the bourbon comes from Kentucky, but did you know the mint is also from the Commonwealth? Here's more on that from the Central Kentucky Mint Farm.
Here at Nelson Family Agriculture, we grow about 1 to 2 acres of spearmint, and we're the sole providers for the mint juleps in the Churchill Downs and Kentucky Derby. Every single bunch that goes there, every single sprig.
Well, we raise about 6 tons. It's a very versatile crop. It's cold hardy, and it doesn't like the heat. It doesn't like our hot summers, which it kind of works out perfect for the Derby because this is its time to shine.
I fill up my hand with rubber bands, and I get my knife sharpened, and I go out to the field and start cutting it. It has to be cut to like 6 to 8 inches for it to fit in our boxes, and there's no machine that would do that. Once it's about fits in your hand, about perfect size where your fingers can touch, you wrap it with a rubber band twice, then we put it into a tray.
We bring it in, and we're putting a newspaper around it that we've folded, and that newspaper is going to wrap around a dozen bunches, and that's basically going to act as a moisture holder for however long that stuff's going to be cooled or be kept. Once we wrap it and tie it, we're packing it into wax cardboard boxes, and we're dipping it, getting it basically hydro-cooled is the term, I guess. But then we go in the cooler from there. As long as you keep it cool and keep it wet, it'll keep for weeks. But we don't like to hold on to it that long. We like to get it and cut and shipped out within a few days if possible. I'm sure there's some other guys that grow on a very small scale, but no, I don't know that anybody's doing it to our capacity. There's people growing it, there's bigger growers in Mexico and Florida and California, but all of our customers would much prefer to get it here if they can. We've been told our variety is more aromatic, got a better flavor to it. Mint julep is equal parts bourbon and simple syrup, and spearmint, obviously. Generally, they take and muddle up a little bit of it and then put a sprig in it as well. You kind of break it up, and it kind of lets the flavor out or whatever. But my little brother's better at it than I am. He makes a pretty good one. It's pretty cool. It's satisfying to know that we're the sole provider of it. If it's being used there, it came from us.
Well, it's not Derby without a good mint julep. Churchill Downs uses around 1,000 pounds of freshly harvested mint each Derby weekend.